What if the most powerful force in human history wasn't war, religion, or technology? What if it was a microscopic organism too small to see? Again and again, pandemics have done something armies often could not. They have changed who rules, how people work, where cities grow, what governments control, and even what humans believe about life and death. And the most surprising part is that the real impact of a pandemic usually begins after the disease starts to disappear. When people think about pandemics, they think about hospitals, masks, and death tolls. Historians think about something else. They ask, what changed permanently? Because some of the biggest turning points in civilization were not caused by battles. They were caused by outbreaks. In the 14th century, the Black Death killed an estimated 1/3 of Europe's population. The immediate result was catastrophic, but the long-term effect was revolutionary. With millions dead, labor became scarce. Workers could demand higher wages. Feudal systems weakened. Landowners lost power. Many historians believe this helped push Europe toward a more modern economic order. Centuries later, diseases carried by Europeans devastated indigenous populations in the Americas. This was not just a health disaster. It transformed global power. Empires expanded, territories changed hands, entire societies were reshaped. Then came the 1918 influenza pandemic. It infected roughly 1/3 of the world's population. Governments realized that public health was not only a medical issue, it was a national security issue. Modern health ministries, disease surveillance systems, and international cooperation gained new importance. And then came COVID-19. At first, it seemed like a temporary interruption. But look closer. Remote work exploded. Digital payments accelerated. E-commerce grew years faster than expected. Supply chains were redesigned. Trust in institutions shifted. Some cities lost residents, while others gained them. The pandemic changed not only how we live, but where we live and how we connect to each other. Here is the pattern that appears across history. Pandemics rarely create entirely new trends. They accelerate trends that were already beginning. The Black Death accelerated the decline of feudalism. The 1918 flu accelerated public health reform. COVID-19 accelerated digital life. A pandemic acts like a time machine. It forces societies to adopt changes in years instead of decades. This matters because future pandemics are not only a medical challenge, they are a civilizational challenge. They can influence economics, politics, technology, education, migration, and culture all at once. The question is not whether humanity will face another pandemic. It almost certainly will. The real question is, what changes are already underway today that the next pandemic could suddenly accelerate? History shows a strange and uncomfortable truth. Pandemics do not simply leave scars, they leave new civilizations. When the outbreak ends, the world does not return to what it was before. It chooses, sometimes consciously, sometimes accidentally, what comes next. And somewhere in that choice, the future of civilization is rewritten by organisms too small for the human eye to see.